Excellent. Thank you very much. In Prague, I am a director of the Ecumenical Institute, but also of one of the doctoral studies boards, which is for ecumenical theology, practical theology, and theological ethics. And this is one of the 4 streams of doctoral studies you can study at Charles University at the Protestant faculty. But I say Protestant faculty, but as we do also ecumenical theology, both our teachers and our students, they come from all the different Christian traditions, but also outside of Christianity. Yes. What are the current challenges that we have? Like some of my colleagues mentioned before, that more and more the governments shifts us towards the pre-graduate studies and towards the form of PhDs you will find in the natural sciences. That means ideally 4 years PhD, very well structured and finished within the period of time. However, the financial conditions of our students do not allow it, that most of them would be able to study only, because they have to have other jobs alongside the studies. Plus, and this is something when we are delighted, the students can discover something new in their research. And either their field work, their archive work, it can take a longer time. So this is, I think, one of the particular studies that we have at the moment. We have all of our doctoral programs, both in Czech and in English, and we have also a number of international students from Europe and from overseas enrolling in the programs. So one of our strategies is not to link the doctoral studies to the pre-graduate study, but to link it to the postdocs actually, and to build a strong research culture that would enable that. And this we already do with international collaboration. To be able to do that, however, means that we had to sell ourselves to slavery and to apply and reapply for grants again, because this is how our research is funded. We have very little money to fund it from the basic budgets that come for the research. Currently, our team is part of 2 big projects. One is the European Regional Development Fund project Beyond Security, Role of Conflict in Resilience Building. It's really good because this project is interdisciplinary, so people can experience the interdisciplinarity on a good side, not as an enforced practice, but something which can grow from below. And we have both postdocs and doctoral students involved with that. Then we have Charles University Center of Excellency with 3 theological faculties involved, but also with 30 people involved in the project, including postdocs and doctoral students. Theological anthropology in intercultural perspective, these 2 projects, they allow us to finance conferences, events for doctoral students which would have international participation and where they can actually come in contact with other researchers and with other professors. Then there are some also recent projects which we had before. But without the projects, we really would not be able to do this work. Here is the list of one of the activities in this area. For last 17 years we have been organizing annual international doctoral and postdoctoral conferences, and we try to use the format which would be really friendly to young scholars, that would give theme, but also it would give them the possibility of working in smaller groups with people from other institutions that they may research similar themes and have some feedback to that. This proved to be, I think, one of the spines of our international contacts. We also have an international community that keeps coming for some of our conferences, but not for all, because we wanted to breathe and not to have just a fixed group of people that would do always the same things together. And out of these people, we had over the years some postdocs, and through these conferences, some new international doctoral students came to us as well. Then there is other more recent activity that we do, which is also European-based activity related to the alliance which Tim talked about before, the 4EU+. It is one of the alliances, like I think we have heard in the previous panel. We haven't chosen our partners, we were given the partners, but we are very happy with them. Within the 4EU Plus Alliance, you have apart from Charles University, Heidelberg, Copenhagen, Milan, Geneva, also Paris, Sorbonne, and Warsaw. So within these universities, we can collaborate and we can create some more lasting structural collaboration. We have decided to focus with now 5 of the institutions on the regional and trans-regional doctoral seminars, which are different from the conferences. We have a similar structure, up to 5 doctoral students or postdocs per institution, max 3 professors, and we meet annually in different locations. We usually have some theme which is for other program, because there would be some guest lecture, some common cultural program and its reflection, and some more methodological study. But most of the time would be spent with people presenting either in early and in the final stages their PhDs as a whole, in the medium stages a chapter of their thesis or of their second book. And then they will have feedback from professors from different institutions. And this has proved to be quite successful project, but again, we always struggle how to find finances from one year to another year. So far we were successful with small EU projects which you can apply for these activities, but there is some kind of instability, and we are seeking for how to find perhaps a more lasting way of doing these things, and hopefully also at some point opening them to others. This format doesn't quite allow it yet. So this is the end of my PowerPoint presentation. What I would like to see maybe developing in the future when we speak about the European Academy of Religion, I could see that it would be nice maybe to have a couple of panels for doctoral students from different institutions that could be organized beforehand. It can be an alternative to the summer school that already my colleagues spoke about, and I think these would be excellent initiatives, and they would support and sustain, I think, further collaboration. I think one of the issues which is really of prime importance for me is when you start collaboration, how do you continue? And where do you find finances for it, that it can be a structural part of your program? So I think that these are some of the questions which we are dealing with. And we have managed to do it from year to year, or from 5 years to 5 years. But it would be good to have ideas if you have some better practices than that. Thank you very much.